you, friends, family, and strangers. It is finally warm outside. A little breezy, a little chilly, but without that wind, it is a nice 74 degrees out right now. I don't know if you were here from yesterday's video or not, but do you see those woods right back there? That is where you and I heard all the coyotes just howling last night, wreaking all the havoc. But anyways, you know what? Ain't jack cockerus going on today. I am feeling like it's a suitable day to take a walk, get something to eat, reassess, finish waking up. I just woke up about 13 seconds ago. I'm going to try to seize the day. I have a few hours to burn before I get a ride to work, which means I get a ride out to the house to get my car. And I'm excited about that. Why do you give a fuck? I'll tell you why you give a fuck. Because it's a helpful next step on the journey to wrap up this home owning experience. Speaking of that, also, I woke up to a text from the realtor telling me that the most recent previous potential buyer of my house, the flipping company that made an official offer, that was a total lie, just to change their mind and offer something much lower. That potential buyer is wanting to get back on board and purchase the property at the same price they asked. And I said, that's fine, because this time around, we actually have a place to live. So I can accept a later closing date. I can accept an amount that is lower than what we're able to work with, because, as you can see behind me, things have changed. I can actually move forward with that ridiculous offer. The price itself, I guess, wasn't really the thing that pissed me off. It was the fact that my time was being screwed with. My realtor was ignoring my limitations at the time. My realtor was literally trying to pressure me into doing whatever he wanted with complete disregard of whether or not I would have housing or not, knowing what my situation was. And when it comes to that offer was annoying because they had already agreed to a price. They made an offer on it, put the property in contract, which takes it off the market for anyone else to be able to see it, and then said, we're actually not paying that price that we already agreed to pay. That pissed me the fuck off. This time around, I'm able to work with that figure. They've presented that figure up front, and now we're going to work with that figure toward the end of the deal as well. It doesn't have to change midway. They're not faking an offer this time. So, that's what's going on in the news today. I'm your host, Doug Crabtree. The zoo called and they want the rhino dick back, so I got to go give it to them. And you stay classy, because we're going to get into some nonsensing today, and some horse cockering, and some all-around general pig fucking. You're a loser. Let's take us a little walk, shall we? The fat man in a shirt that's too snug for him, just walking around, desperately needing a shave and something to do. Just a walking around, talking to his phone, chillaxing, getting ready to cut through a building, through a common area, doing it fucking to it. I have a slight dilemma, however. Let's go in here and talk about it. I got 2 pockets. One for keys, one for wallet, but I need one more for phone. Then I discovered I got a back pocket. Who would have known? But isn't that where your hand goes? One of my neighbors on his balcony saw me talking to my camera and was looking at me like I was half a dope or something, and I gave him a look back that signified total agreeance. I am a dope. Your disapproving glares are well justified. There's a gentleman out here walking, carrying a giant cross, and people are honking at him. I think that is a spiritual exercise to bless the mind. I think that's why people do that. To bring the story of Christ carrying his own cross for our sins into a more personal place in their life. I think that's why people do that. I tell you what, in an effort to be a regular man about town, let's go ahead and walk down to the library, I think, if it's not too far. You ever thought the town was small? Try walking through it. This town's bigger than I thought. Bigger than I want it to be. That's hardly ever a problem. I'm about to pop into a particular library, and every time I do, since it's so infrequent, literal years pass in between visits to this library. Every time I do, they make me renew my card. They're like, yeah, we don't even use that. We don't even use that system anymore. I think one time I just had to create an all new account. They're like, yeah, we see, but no one's used that system or that card in years. Don't even try it, baby. Gotta let my eyes adjust to unnatural light. Do you see this bathroom? This literal same bathroom. I used to come here daily and wash up, brush my teeth, and take a jet, and sometimes something else, and get ready for my day. Literally in this specific bathroom right here. And I kept that up for 2 or 3 weeks, I'm wanting to say. I don't remember if I was in school. I was definitely unhoused at the time. I think that might have been when I was sleeping in my truck in my uncle's driveway at night. And then once in a while I would sleep on his porch. But yeah, that was like 10, 15 years ago. I used to come here every day. This literal same bathroom. And freshen up, brush my teeth, start my day. Right here. A little bit of D-Nation history for you. I'm talking over copyrighted music. Whew! That was quite a job. Time to sit here at the computer and work on some video content. Nah, just kidding. Tricked ya! Tricked ya! And just like that, my friends, we are back at the house. Don't worry, we're not here to move back in. We are only here to get my car and take it to the apartment. And both of my vehicles will be on site at the new apartment. This is very, very, very likely my very last time I will look and step foot on this property. I said that before. However, there is a significantly larger chance that it is true this time. Because when it comes to housing, I have no reason to come back. Let's just listen to these. Whatever these are. Frogs, I guess. Listen. That is a creepy ass sound. It's like a warning sound like you're in the Texas Chainsaw movie. Creepy. Okay, so anyways, like I was saying, before I got really interrupted. As far as housing goes, I don't need to come back ever. As far as the sale of the property goes, those signings of those papers will not happen here. There's no handshaking going on here on site. That will not happen here. That'll happen at a title office. So, there's no reason to come back. But anyways, we are here to say what is extremely likely to be our very last goodbye. And I think it would be crazy not to take one last quick walk through the house. Let's go ahead and see what we can find. Didn't really think I would ever step foot in here again, but it kind of hit me that, you know, why not? Since I am here for the last time, why not take one last look at the old homestead? I don't feel any kind of love loss here or sentimental thing, but at the same time, there is a deeper reality that kind of hits me at this moment. Basically, it's those moments in life where you say, okay, it's getting real now. This is it. The talking is over. The speculating is done. This is it. This is my last moment in this room ever. It's kind of emotional, but I don't know what you'd call it. It just feels so final. That's all. This creepy garage has always bothered me. As far as creep factor goes. This is a house out in the middle of nowhere. A big, creepy, quiet, empty house. So, if you just came in and looked around, it'd be the creepiest shit ever. Actually, I was thoroughly creeped out my first several nights here when I first bought the property 6 years ago. I'm just double checking the back door's locked. Because you can't hear anything. So when you do hear something, it's creepy because you're not sure what it is. And, you know, before I bought this place, I lived in a somewhat noisy apartment with somewhat noisy neighbors. The whole deal. So, anyway, let's just do our last walkthrough and be done with it. No more talking about it. We've talked about it enough. We've talked about this house. and all its bullshit for about what? 50, 60 fucking days now. Did you hear all that like I just did? Just the weight of my body in the structure makes noise, and it's creepy. It creeped my shit out. Part of me's like thinking, why did I even come in here? Like, what if there's something in here I don't want to know about, like a squatter? My first thought would be, shit, I shouldn't have even looked. I shouldn't have even taken that last look. But I do believe we are squatter free. All right. We've said our last goodbye a couple times now. We've said our last goodbye now again. So let's hit the road. Yes, I am checking behind this door because I am a overchecker, paranoid type gal. Okay? It's just how I roll with it. The old bedroom. Oh, man. This house is, I think I said this before. This house is very special to me, but I will not miss this place. I don't believe I will miss this property or this house at all. All right. Enough saying goodbye. Let's get on the road toward the rest of my life. One thing I actually did last time when I thought the saying goodbye was real, I touched the ground out here. Literally felt the earth under my hand. And I think, since I believe again that I will not be back, I believe it more than last time, and I believed it very much so last time. But since I believe it even more, I will be floored at this point if I ever come back. Wasn't too surprised last time, but I think it's only fitting that this time I touched the ground on camera. I purposely did not want to film that last time because I felt it was an insult to the place. But you know what? This time around, I'm just kind of feeling like it makes it more official in some way. It's all in my head, of course, but it feels good, and I'm running with it. Let's touch the ground and feel the earth on a parcel of land that we never will again. Goodbye, old house. That's all it needs to be said. Goodbye, old house. It feels so good to have both vehicles back in my grasp. I can't wait to get oil changes in both of them now. It is so overdue, especially for the van, for old Clifford. I will feel so much better after that takes place. I will also feel so much better after my taxes are finally filed. And the only thing really on the checklist that'll make me feel so much better is to get both of the storage units emptied out. The storage unit where Clifford was parked, that lease agreement is over. That rental agreement is done. And every time I do something that needs done like that, I feel a little bit of weight off my shoulders, so I'm looking forward to the next thing. That is get oil changes for the cars, get storage units emptied out, get the taxes filed, and then we're probably already back on the road filming fun travel content at that point already. But if not, we damn sure will be directly after those things get done. That much I can tell you. And while we are in this neck of the woods, why not pop in to the wee old Sheetz and get us something to eat. I thought about going to the storage unit, the one closest to the house, but nah. I'll come back with a van, do that, and get a lot more in one run. Would you look at the hat somebody's flashing? Oh, that is not the place you want to break down. Oh, I do not like that at all. That's a rough patch right there, guys. And just like that, my friends, we are back home where we can overlook the construction site. And as you can clearly hear with your own ears, just like an hour down the road at my house, we have the same singing and ambiance coming from the frogs or whatever that creature is making that noise over there. Creepy. Listen. Creepy sound. Not much happened out here as far as construction goes today. There was no pounding of hammers whatsoever today. There was a few lumber deliveries back here. That was about it. I wonder what to expect out here tomorrow. Well, friends, family, and strangers, that is going to do it for this wee old video. It is time now to piss on this fire, pack up this camp, and head back to the slowly but surely filling up apartment. That's right. Unfortunately, I must go for now. I want to thank you very much for spending your precious time with me. If you want to help me out, you should really do that by checking me out and having your dumb buddies check me out as well. Send them my links to every video I've ever made. That way they know about my activism in and around the state of Ohio, standing up for your rights as a naked free American. That's right. Send all your friends links to my videos. If you want to contact me directly, then just email dougalonation@gmail.com. That is pretty much going to do it. In just a few moments after I say goodnight and tuck you into bed, I'm going to go onto my computer and I'm going to sign my house into contract. That's right. I'm sure I've already told you, but if I didn't explain it, I'll run through it real quickly again. There is a buyer for my house already. It's only been available for such a thing for pretty much, it wasn't even a full, I think it was like technically 21 or 22 hours. It was on the market before an offer was made. This time the offer is low up front, lower than what we thought up front. It's not a fake offer. That was much higher and then lowered later. And then I just said, no, thank you. Because at the time, I had no place to live like I do now. And at the time, I would not have even been able to go and sign the papers again for this low offer. I would not have had that time. Time was of the crunch when I was trying to get this place and trying to get my life on track. But in any event, everything should work out. This time around be so much better. I'll still have some walking money that is not nearly as nice as what it was supposed to be about a month ago, but it'll still be great to have sold this place for the profit that I'll make in comparison to letting it foreclose. That's for damn sure. So there is about to be an official contract on my property. The property will be in contract here in about 4 minutes after we say goodbye today. So that is today's announcement. Always something new and fresh, right? I guess, you know. And the other thing is both of my vehicles are with me right here at the apartment. I love it. Last time I had 2 vehicles at an apartment was, as you saw on here, that apartment I had, but I try to really not even count that. Who cares? But about 6 years ago, before I bought my house, I had a couple vehicles there. Also, I always thought it was weird to have like 2 vehicles at an apartment until about 10 years ago or so. I tried it, and I had my really old beat up piece of crap Dodge Dakota in the overflow parking at an apartment I used to live in a long time ago. And then in my assigned spot at that particular place where I lived, I had my new, gently used Ford Ranger. Your boy is now old, because I can say I've owned a lot of vehicles. That's how you know you're getting old. 2 signs that you're getting old like me is when you can look back and you can think of all the different vehicles you've owned already in your life, and when the cops in your town start to look like high school kids. That's how you know you're getting old. So that's it. Those 2 big things happened. My stress level went from here to here-ish. Okay? So, yeah, like I said, even with all that going on, it is still time to wrap this one up. I must bid thee farewell, but only for today, only for a little bit. I will, of course, be back with you again, like always, 7 a.m., 7 days a week. I'll see you, that's right, tomorrow morning again. But until then, in the meantime, it's important that you remember not to be a fucking douche.